Hello everyone, Vickieverlie here, Rock and Roll Prophetess, and it's time for our annual Dictiomancy, Bibliomancy. It's a lot of different words for it, but what the gist of it is you go open a book and you ask a question and then you just randomly point and then you read the passage. It's often done with Bibles and other holy books. But I've been doing it for several years with different books. I'm going to use my Transmission 2 book because the Transmission 3 book is done, but I'm waiting till the new year to put it out. So we're going to go back into Transmissions 2, which I used last year. This is my channel material. So 1 and 2 are out, and 3 will be out sometime in January. But we're going to ask the guides and angels to show us a passage with a message for the upcoming year of 2023. Okay, 2023. What is the message for all for 2023? Oh, by the way, this one has markings on it because it's my copy that I had to redo, for the edits. So, well, there's not too much scribbling here. Maybe I'll just do from here, or should I read the whole? I think I should read the whole thing because it's just this. They're short little things. It's just little. When I go to channel, it's just like a day's worth of channeling of questions I ask. So it's about healing. And I think that could really be really apropos for everybody. We all could use some healing for sure. Okay, so I want to ask about healing. This was channeled on September 17th of 2020. How can we heal our bodies and restore wellness? This is me asking, and then the guides respond. The human form is designed to heal itself, although it has become more difficult to do so as of late, particularly because of the density of the 3D realm. It can be difficult to raise your vibration to a higher level in this condition. As the planet and its inhabitants ascend, healing of the physical will be instantaneous. There's another factor in this dilemma, and that is belief systems. Your society believes that healing occurs outside oneself. You give your power away to those of authority, not only in the medical professions, but in government, media, and even scholars to some extent. As we rise up to the next level of evolution, you can see how spontaneous healing is ever occurring and is not in question. If one pierces the skin in the form of a small cut, you do not run to the doctor for a healing. You simply bandage the wound and it heals on its own. When the bandage is removed, does one cry out, "It's a miracle"? No, that would be absurd. It is widely accepted that a small cut or even a bruise will heal itself in due time. It can be somewhat difficult for an individual to expand beyond the collective belief system because that is a force unto itself. That is why individuals of like minds must gather their force to pierce through the limitations of your current collective. You are all droplets in the same sea. One droplet cannot change the flow of the current of a large body of water, but many droplets joined together with the help of the celestial beings can. Your scientists know the moon influences over tides. This has been so for eons, yet the scientists have not discovered it until very recently in the grand scheme of things. That does not mean that it was not so prior to the discovery. There are so many outside forces contributing to the changing current tide of human consciousness. As more and more awaken to possibilities and utilize and connect with the help that is being offered, it will be a mighty wave indeed. I wonder how much more is it? Is there a lot of pages? Yeah, there's just one more page. I'm going to read this whole thing. What can people do right now who are suffering from physical or mental issues? There are techniques available. And then I'm seeing in my mind, they were showing me like Reiki or acupuncture. And then it says, the essence does not lie outside yourself. As you move into higher vibration, no special tools or rituals are required. Merely align with your highest state of being as often as possible. When in alignment, you will naturally crave foods that are full of the nutrients that your body and mind need for its restoration. You will revel in and enjoy activities that refresh and revitalize your physical being. We realize that some of you have veered off so far off for so long that it may take more time and effort to restore physical health, but it is always achievable. As with everything, raising vibration is key to unblocking one's own healing flow and connecting to Source. Yeah, well, this passage was really apropos too of 2020, because healing was absolutely on everybody's mind because of, this was the whole shutdown for everything. But it's still, with all the messages through books 1, 2, and 3, they're timeless. They really are timeless. So this is a timeless message that is that's good forever. One of the things, when I remember when I did this, and that really got me, the comparison to a cut, If you get a cut, you're not like, oh no, what's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. It's, oh, I got a cut, and you put a Band-Aid on it, and we are accepting it. It's like the 2-minute mile or whatever, the 3-minute mile. I was just talking about this. Once it's achieved and it becomes, commonplace, then it's not a miracle. Things that the society that we live in now, would deem miracles by somebody from 300 years ago or whatever. They might say, "Oh, it's a miracle." You light a lighter, oh my God, it's a miracle. You see that in tribes. They have lighters, and everybody, oh wow, a lighter, it's magic fire. So miracles are on a scale of in line with your belief systems, but also with your vibratory rate. So I thought this was a very good one. And the healing continues. The healing, we're still in a healing phase, just because it's not 2020 anymore. Healing is an ongoing thing of, life, of being in a body. Incarnation is always, that's part of why we're here, to heal ourselves, heal our generational karma, heal our own, personal soul karma, and all that goes with it. All right, so there's a lot of good stuff in these books. I mean, it blows my mind time and time again, this stuff that's coming through in the channel books. And actually in 2023, I'm thinking of doing some kind of live weekly book club or read with the author. I haven't really nailed it down quite yet, but if you do enjoy this kind of material, there will be some sort of weekly live thing occurring where we're going to go through the books chapter by chapter and discuss them, like, discussing group. After the release of the 3rd book, I'm going to start with book 1. And I'm going to go live, once a week. We're going to pick a night, and we're going to go through it and read just like I did now. But with people, if you're live with me, then you can, add your, input or ask your questions and, elaborate on it. Or I might even tell some backstories like I did here. I remember this day, this and that happened, So hopefully it's going to go good. I'm kind of excited about it. It's one of the new things I'm going to be doing for the 10-year anniversary of my this YouTube channel anyway, the Rock and Roll Prophetess. I had a couple other ones before this, but it's coming up on 10 years of, consistent posting every week, pretty much, readings and everything else. So, but this is my direction that I've been wanting to go in for a few years, backing away from so much of the tarot necessarily and more into the higher spiritual channeling stuff. So if you enjoy this kind of thing, I hope that you'll tune in, and I hope you'll purchase my books. I mean, if you're in the Kindle group, the lending library, it's free. It's in the lending library. All these 2 books, and then the 3rd one will be as well. It's also available on Audible, and it's it's very reasonably priced anyway. So check it out if you're interested, and mark your calendar. I'll be making some announcements about doing the the book group or whatever we're going to do. Maybe leave some times frames. Like, I'm Eastern time. What would be a good time, do you guys think, to go live weekly, on a weekly? That would be for all over the world. What's a good time? For me, it's always like I like to do things around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern time. But then, that's going to put it maybe 10 a.m. and then really early in Hawaii. And, so, if anybody's got any ideas of, like, times that we found that have worked for all over the world, leave that in the comments. Or if you have any further insights, or if any of this resonated with you, then please leave that in the comments as well. All right, I hope that we do continue to heal, and we're moving in that direction as we move into 2023. I wish you all the best for the upcoming year, and I'll be back on YouTube, as always, trucking right along, moving into my 10th year on YouTube. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and I'll talk again soon. Bye.